Hi, my name is Larry Jordan, and welcome to this Power Up webinar on creating titles and effects in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. There is a wide variety of titles and effects that we can create. Think of this as like Effects 101 for Premiere. I'm going to show you the basics and give you the information that you need to be able to experiment on your own. By the way, we have a new subscription service. All of our online video training, tutorials, and webinars are now available via subscription. This includes all of our Final Cut Pro 10, Adobe CS6, and brand new Autodesk Smoke training. For one low monthly fee, you get streaming access anywhere, anytime via the internet. Plus, subscribers can attend any of our live webinars for free. This is a fast and low-cost way to access all of our online video training. And to learn more, visit larryjordan.biz/subscriptions. This builds on what we covered in webinar 68, getting started with Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. In that webinar, I talked about the interface, importing clips, viewing and editing clips to the timeline. This session picks up where that leaves off and takes a look at effects, specifically how to create titles, how to apply and modify a variety of effects, how to work with adjustment layers, and how to display video scopes and do a fast color correction. You know, there's so many different applications inside the Production Premium suite, it's hard to know what to use when. So use Premiere's titler when you need to create a high-quality title, and use After Effects when you want to animate that title or provide richer backgrounds. Use Premiere for simple motion effects, filters, or color correction. Use After Effects when you need more control over your effects, and use SpeedGrade when you don't need to fix problems. You want to create a color look for your entire project. So let me show you how to create a title using Titler, and we'll also talk about using and modifying title templates. I'll show you how to create a variety of effects and animate them using keyframes, how to create an adjustment layer, which is new with the CS6 release, and how to create a work area to control rendering, how to display video scopes, and how to color correct a problem clip fast. This is Premiere's CS6, and this is set up for editing, where the source window, that's preview, is on the left, program window is on the right, our timeline lower right, and our project panel, which contains all of our clips, lower left. A couple things I want to illustrate. Because Premiere is panel-based, we can go up to the window menu, go down to Workspace, and select different layouts, different arrangements of panels and tabs and frames inside the window so you can emphasize what you want to work on. For instance, there's an Effects Workspace, which puts the Effects panel, which is the listing of all effects, in the top left, the ability to have information on clips in the lower left, the source window, and then program window on the right, and timeline. In Final Cut, for those of you that know that application, the effects are displayed from an effects menu at the top, which doesn't exist inside Premiere. Instead, we find effects in the Effects tab over here, and the Effects tab will be in a variety of different locations, depending upon whether you're in the Editing Workspace or the Effects Workspace. Because it makes accessing the different sequences that I've got easier, I'm going to go back to the Window Workspace Editing layout. Now, my effects controls are up here, and my effects listing is down here, just to get you reoriented. Another thing that we want to do when we're working with effects is to display action safe and title safe. Adobe calls these safe margins. Select the window, notice the gold line around it, click the wrench icon. This gives you access to your toolkit, and at the bottom of the toolkit are safe margins. This displays action safe, the outer white rectangle, and title safe, the inner white rectangle, and these bars indicate the center point for the screen. Action safe is that area within which all action and actors should be contained, except when they're making an entrance or an exit. And the inner rectangle, title safe, is where all logos and text should be placed. These are broadcast settings, broadcast and cable. When I'm creating for the web, I ignore title safe, the inner rectangle, but I honor action safe so that all of my text and titles and logos and movement and everything is contained inside this outside white rectangle. For right now, I'm going to turn it off, go back to the wrench icon, uncheck safe margins, and you can do the exact same thing over here in the source window, wrench, safe margins, and you've got the same display. This was an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar entitled Creating Titles and Effects in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. For the complete version of this online training, please visit our store at larryjordan.biz/store and look for Webinar 74.